Hey guys, welcome back once again. This is episode number 8, and it just occurred to me that if my episodes are about half an hour long, maybe a little more, it's supposed to be an 8-hour game, so maybe there's actually a lot more to go, but I don't think so. I think maybe we were just a little bit quicker at solving the puzzles than we were supposed to be. I don't know. Okay, so good, a portal wall. That's what I needed. Oh no, oh no, go through the portal. Oh god, oh no. Oh, well. This episode is off to a great start, but it's part of the adventure, so I'm not going to restart it. Okay. Anyway, let's be a little more observant this time, and by we, I really mean me. And I bet that's on purpose, to be honest with you. It seems like maybe just look before I leap. That's a better idea. That's how you do it. Okay, cool. Like I said, I went outside today and I didn't wear sunscreen like an idiot that I am, and I wasn't even in the sun that long. We were sitting in the shade for most of the time, but I burned my arm, so now it hurts, and that sucks. But anyway, I will get over it, I hope. Okay, so I can go over here. That'd be good. Oh, this giant thing. That doesn't look like it's from the 1940s or 50s. I wonder if that like broke the elevator. Like, I don't know. The elevator doesn't even go anywhere, and it says surface elevator, and that's clearly broken there, although it's going over and not up. So okay, that was going to go over here, so I need to go over here. That's a better lift. Process of deduction. Notice, experiment discontinued. That's probably for the best.
If you've cut yourself at all in the course of these tests, you might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline. So all that means is it's working.
Why would you want to do that? And also, you would be dead. So maybe he's just crazy or has an odd sense of humor. That would explain a lot. Okay, so that's like a thing that goes down. How do I get over there? So I can't just shoot my way over, can I? Is there a place I can fall to? Not really. If I could fall, I could get some momentum across the way, but that doesn't seem to be the goal, or maybe it is. Where do I go? Oh wait, I came off here. Maybe I couldn't make it up there before. Not like a bricked-in wall or a door. Is this broken down here? No, that's where I came up. Maybe you're seeing perspective and you're like, oh, I can go down here. No, this is just, it goes down and down and down. Not gonna fall into that. Alright, so clearly that's the way forward. But how do I get momentum? I need somewhere to get momentum to. Pump Station Alpha. I mean, that's clearly the goal. So on the whole, this seems pretty simple. I'm just missing like one key ingredient. And that's like a floor to fall on. I guess I could, what if I just fall all the way down? Maybe, okay, I have an idea. Or the elevator shaft. Don't fall down the elevator shaft unless you're supposed to fall down the elevator shaft. I'd love this game. The sign is not just there for fun. Here we go. Oh, should probably put a portal down here. Whee! That's really cool. Alright. Pump Station Alpha, excuse me. Know your allergies. Pollen, animal dander, plastics, or antimatter. Well, I don't have a lot of allergies, thankfully. Apparently the sun. But besides that, antimatter, I don't know. Isn't antimatter like everywhere? And things are just constantly like exploding, like in quantum physics. They're just too small to really mean anything. In fact, I think that's actually one of the greatest unsolved questions in physics, which of which there are quite a few actually. Interesting read if you ever have the time or inclination, but one of them is essentially, why is there stuff? Why is there more matter than antimatter? Because you would think it would be in perfect balance. That would just be like your intuition. Like after the Big Bang, wouldn't it have created them in equal measure? but it didn't, or at least there are pockets, maybe of matter and antimatter that haven't met yet. Maybe that's more the solution, but that seems very simple, so I'm sure I'm not getting some of it. But that's one of the great mysteries, is like, why is there anything? Why hasn't all the matter and antimatter just come together and annihilate each other? One of those things that's cool to think about, but I'm sure there are people that are much more qualified to think about it than I am, just because they have more background. Alright, so where did I come from? Not like in general, just like right now. I guess I came out that door, but there's no portable surface in here, as far as I can see. Do not inhale fumes no matter how good they smell. It's like when you're at the gas station and it smells really good, but you're like, nope, shouldn't be breathing this in. Can I jump down? But I can jump down. Ah, lost that bet. Alright. Well, this seems like a dead end, because if you can't portal into anything, then the whole kind of premise of the game doesn't work. It's a typewriter. I don't think the typewriter and the rotary phone actually open the door. Just a hunch. Maybe the lever does. Derp, okay. I'm gonna stay in here where it's at least somewhat safe. I guess it just turns on the gas, okay. Alright, now we're on the station floor. Don't see much to do down there. So this must be for later then, because I didn't need it yet. Okay, so I probably have to go up there. Oh, maybe I'm getting tired. Sorry about that. I mean, can I just walk onto the place? Is that... Yeah, I can do that. Alright, good. The whole momentum thing is a cool idea, but just trying to aim, it just takes time, and, you know, at this point it's not, like, clever, it's just a typical mechanic. Safety first. Together we can make 1956 the lowest unexpected casualty annum ever. It's good to have goals. Alright. Let's go water slide.
Science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
Alright. Well, I'm glad he left the pre-recorded messages, because clearly not only could he not be here in person, he probably is dead. Unless he found some scientific way to extend his life. I really hope this does kind of explain like the whole like nature of like why we're testing.
This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic, but informative. Or so I'm told.
Ooh, what is this? Remember, the test is unsolvable without an Aperture Science portable quantum tunneling device. They had this back then. If you have not received one, please find a test associate before participating in any Shaft 9 enrichment activities. We are in Shaft 9, as we clearly saw on the sign. Yeah, clearly it's been condensed since then, but it's like those old like Star Wars comics, like in the ancient Star Wars timeline, where they had like cords on their lightsabers to like a battery backpack. It was kind of cool, but kind of went away from that. All right. Repulsion gel. First attempt to create dietetic putting substitute. It's true. The gel is a sweetener, slightly less non-toxic form of fiberglass insulation. Ow. Causes subsequently ingested food items to bounce off the lining of a dieter's distended stomach and out his or her mouth for various reasons. This product was pulled from shelves. You don't say. But it looks like there's a new mechanic, so I don't think you'd break that many bones jumping off this height. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, cool. I like they kind of have like this. They saved a mechanic for the last level, and it's like kind of an old school mechanic where like you could see them making some bouncy gel. It's not too advanced. Quantum physics though, that like when did they invent quantum? Not invent quantum physics, but you know, as well as a concept to explain the universe, they invented it. But obviously the physics were always there. But I feel like it was like in the 1950s or even much later than that. So like the word quantum just seems so anachronistic. Hey, it's me. Alright, so clearly you need to bounce on the gel somehow. Yeah, so some things never change, apparently. I mean, can I just bounce my way across? Oh yeah, I can. Wow, I didn't think that would work, but I was wrong. Look, the very first cube! Old school. That's cool, got a retro thing. Now that target did... that... something's gotta go on with the target, clearly. Just don't know what. Like, why would it be there? It's gotta mean something. Or maybe not.
The lab boys just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here, I can talk about the control group all damn day.
Alright, what was I gonna say? Oh, well, they're pre-recorded, so if, you know, if they have an issue with them, they can always re-record them. Oh, joy. Alright, so I can make a portal from there. Where do I go with it? Did I go through a fizzy field? I did. Okay. I was thinking maybe I bounce in the gel and like get some momentum that way, but it's gonna be a later thing. But not here. Here, I am stuck. Kind of orb-looking things. Definitely a motif. Well, I mean, I can put one there, but doesn't really help me. Now, does it? Do I go down to go up? Oh, there we go. Just had to look around. I'm a little worried though that like I could be up for quite a while if I'm trying to finish the game tonight, because the final level of the last game was pretty long. I could definitely see this being the same way.
For this next test, we put
Cool.
nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors.
Harmony?
No, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
I am really glad we have at least some health regulations these days. Alright, so there's a cube over here. Pretty simple puzzle, but it makes sense. This was the early days. Everything's mechanical, that's cool. Probably natural gas powered. Oh, oh. Oh, it regenerates. I think it would just drop a new cube, but apparently not. Because there's a cube shoot up there. It's weird. Alright, well, can I bounce with the cube? I can, so this doesn't seem too hard. Okay. Now I can bounce higher and higher. Okay, you can prevent bouncing. Why would I want to do that, right? I see, okay. So that's what I gotta do. To get a little bit further. Alright, cool. Oh wow. This is trippy. Can I carry a cube up here? I don't have another cube. I only have one cube. Okay, so you go back down to the starting level again, but I don't think that's gonna help me because I think there was a field, or a fizzler, I guess they call them, at the start of that. That's interesting that they're on the sidewalls too, so I can bounce. Oh, I know what I'm going to have to do. I don't think I'm gonna like it though. Yep. Alright, it's actually kind of, the game's doing it for me pretty much, yep. Hands off the keyboard, it's still going, so. Not as difficult as I thought it would be, clearly. Ouch. No, I can't take the cube through, right? Yep. Luckily there's more. Alright. So you do gotta get a good start, it looks like. Had it the first time, but beginner's luck, I guess. There we go. Even though I probably should have been going backwards based on my angle momentum there. Thankfully the game gives you a little bit of help. Alright, let's try not to destroy the cube this time, even if it is for science. Alright, so that's what that chamber's for, and then we have another one up here. And looks like we can just bounce to the exit now. If I can find a surface to place a portal on. Nope. I'll try that control thing. Oh yeah. Guess you can just walk carefully. Like crouching, which is the same key, so that makes sense. Alright, here we go. Yay.
In case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton.
Great. They must have gone through a lot of test subjects. Which begs the question, how do they not notice like everybody disappearing? They, especially like Olympians and astronauts and all, like, yeah, I can't imagine they had too many of those.
All these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I guess back then they didn't know that asbestos was bad or any of this, but I guess this is like an advanced science place that knows things they're not supposed to know for decades into the future, unless they can time travel, but haven't seen evidence of that yet. More that they're just really ahead of their time, I guess. But you think they could have come up with a better insulation by then, like polyurethane, but anyway, that's a non sequitur. Okay, so where am I going here? Not down there. That's for sure. Okay, that's promising. Also, if you're this far underground, you really don't need insulation. The Earth is very naturally cool. Well, I guess we are very far down, so maybe it's too cool. course, if you go far enough down, it gets hot again, but that's really far down. Further than a salt mine would be. Alright, let's jump down. They don't tend to... I don't think they would ever make you get, like, stuck. Like, oh, I shouldn't have jumped down. So if I can't get back up there, it means I don't need to get back up there. But I do need to get across. Maybe I can just do it the old-fashioned way. Very carefully. Alright, so we can make some surfaces on these columns. Where am I going? Way up there, exit. Way up there. Okay, so I'm going to need to use some bouncy gel, which I don't have, or some angular momentum. Can I do that? No, not really. Okay, so to do that, I usually need a flat ground surface to jump onto, which I don't really see here. Wonder if that tower's relevant or is it just for context? It's like probably just context, but you never know with this game. There's two of them. That leans more towards context, but you know, hard to say for sure. All right. I mean, clearly these two things are related to the answer because they're, I think, the only two surfaces I see where I guess I can this one. That's not going to help me, is it? 'Cause I can't get enough of a running start. I don't think. Yeah, I just fall down to the ground, so that doesn't really help me any. So what am I missing? There's got to be something else too. Okay, there's one here. But that doesn't really help me, except for the fact that I'm probably going to need, like, I feel like they probably wouldn't put, like, even two sides to that one without it being important. I just don't see how it's important. Yeah, because all I can do out of this one is fall. Oh. Betcha that's the secret. Alright, so now I can fall into there. Anything around here before I move on? No, not really, no.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean Counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Yeah, well, there wasn't ADA back then. What is that? Oh, gel. Cool. So this makes gel, and then you put it through the hole. Okay. And then I must use the gel to bounce. Okay. So let's not put the gel through the hole quite yet. Oh, I'm covered in gel. Oh no. My bones. Alright, so I think that is the goal though, is you want to kind of like cover this place in gel and then bounce your way out, probably. Very cool. But, how do I get them bounciness to get up there in the first place? Kind of fun, actually. Make patterns with the gel. Definitely had a bigger budget for this game, you can tell. And I guess more advanced technology being a little bit later. Alright, so can I now bounce up here? Not quite. Can I bounce high enough to see the floor? Because the floor looks to be portable. I don't want to prevent bouncing, I want to bounce higher. Oh, what's that? Alright, maybe that's what I have to do. Nope, okay. I wonder, so can you use the bouncing to make momentum? Also, I couldn't, but I don't think this puzzle's made for that. You can't shoot through the fizzler, that's why it's there. Clearly. So what am I missing here? Ah, ha. I didn't even think about that until it just happened. It's like, oh, duh. How do I get over there? Oh, I portal. Derp. Oh. Oh, that's not. That was never portable. I was about to say. I was thinking the blue was covering my portable surfaces, but so it's times like this you wouldn't want to jump. That's why. In case you cover this whole thing and can't. Yeah. All right. So what did I do? Blue. So orange. Oh, wee. There we go. Okay, so now I gotta put a thing on here. Now I can go through there. And now I can use it to go... I was already up there, wasn't I? So what's the whole point then? I feel like I might have circumvented this puzzle by... I don't know. Let's... Oh, I see. It's far enough it gets me all the way across. I get it. Okay. And here we go. Nope. No, it does not. Okay. Yeah, I'm missing something, because clearly I could already get up here by using this. Even though I didn't have to, unless they didn't think of that, but they would have. They're smart devs. They clearly expect you to do that, so... What am I missing then? Do I need to get more momentum? Maybe that's just the only thing. Thought I did though, didn't I? Is there a place, could I go over here and get more momentum? No, because there's nowhere on the ground we already determined. So those things were kind of misleading then. I am not standing on anything but thin air. I don't know, maybe I just didn't get enough momentum going. Can I bounce like that to the thing? I don't think that's the goal though. I mean, this is as high as I can get, right? I can't... Unless... That'd be tough. They want me to bounce to the ceiling? It seems like the ceiling's too high though for that. And that seems kind of tough too. Oh, it hits the ceiling. Well, if it hits the ceiling, how do I get it on the floor? So I can't get it directly above each other for that exact reason. Maybe that's deliberate. Do I go higher and higher each time? No. That'd be too easy, of course. I I wish they would get rid of this tooltip. I got it the first 10 times. Huh. It's like I feel like I had it. Like that's it. But it just takes me back here again. So, okay, so it has to be it. So I just need to get more momentum going into the portal. And I think the bouncies are key to that. I just don't quite understand how. Okay. Well, let's try some stuff. Sometimes she's got to experiment. Whoops. Maybe if I bounce into the portal and already have some momentum, that might be it. I feel like it just conserves the momentum. It doesn't like... Yeah, it doesn't seem to give you more momentum by bouncing. Yeah, the exit is way up there. And I could jump from here, but this is not higher than that. There's nowhere higher than this, is there? Is there another layer up there? No, these are all... What am I missing? Do I need to go back into the first room again? I don't think I do. I hope not, because I don't really want to. And the door shuts, although I can get other ways, clearly. Oh. Oh. Betcha I do. Okay. Oh, but how do I... I think I did this in the wrong order, but I think I might be onto something. Okay. Blue thing here. Okay, but I can't get up here again is the trouble. Oh. I'm dumb. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. That makes perfect, total, absolute sense. Okay. And here we go. Sweet.
Heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain. There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
Lovely. And we thought GLaDOS was crazy. Alright, well, as much as I hate to do this, I'm not sure how much more there is. I was thinking I would at least cut the episode here, but there could be, you know, an hour, 2 hours more. I'm not really sure how much there is or how long this level is, but I can't be staying up too late because I do have to go to work tomorrow, technically, on Monday. So, or, well, it's remote because of, obviously, the lockdown. But still, I do have to get up early to work. So, I'm going to call it a night here, and then maybe tomorrow I will hopefully find some more time to play and finish the game. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and stay tuned for the exciting conclusion, or conclusions, to Portal 2.